Hey, it's Loopy, and today we're making the Love Blooms crochet bucket hat. I used a ton of yarn colors for this one, as you can see, and a really fluffy brim with these cute little hearts running around. As always, everything you need will be in the description below. Let's start. We'll begin with the hat space. Row 1. For row 1, chain 31 stitches, then double crochet into the second stitch from the hook. Make double crochets into the next 24 stitches. You'll end up with 25 stitches in total. Half double crochet in the remaining 5 stitches. Chain 1, then turn your work. The 5 half double crochets will make it much easier to cinch the top shut later on. I'm Loopy and I've been crocheting for over 15 years now. I started around 3rd grade and I think I started around 3rd grade-ish and just got hooked. Pun intended. I saw my aunt crocheting a curtain and I thought it was super cool. So I asked her to teach me, and fast forward over a decade later, it's still one of my top favorite hobbies. Now let's go to row 2. For row 2, we're working in the back loops only. Half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. Then double crochet into the next 25 stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. After row 2, we're going to switch to a new color. Anyways, back to the story. I kept crocheting all throughout elementary, high school, and turned it into a small side hustle in college. I mostly did amigurumi, but also made bags, beanies, and bikinis, though I'm not the best when it comes to clothing. Crocheted clothes are definitely on my list of goals though. Once you finish row 2, it's time to switch the yarn colors. Cut off the old yarn color and leave a small yarn tail. Attach a new yarn color and crochet over the 2 yarn tails to keep them secured. From row 3 until the end, we will work in the back loops only. So for row 3, double crochet into the next 25 stitches. Then make half double crochets in the remaining 5 stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. Working in the back loops only adds a really nice texture against the super fluffy mink yarn we're using later on. Now for row 4. Remember, we're only working in the back loops only. Half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. Then double crochet into the next 25 stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now all you have to do is repeat rows 3 and 4, and make sure to switch yarn colors every 2 rows. Don't forget to crochet in the back loops only. I made a total of 42 rows for the hat space. Don't finish off in the last row. So this is how your base should look. Now it's time to sew the sides together. Line up both edges together and make slip stitches towards the half double crochets at the top of the hat. Using slip stitches will give it an almost invisible seam. Leave a really long yarn tail for sewing, about 15 inches to 20 inches. Use your darning needle to sew over and under the half double crochet edges. Hold the yarn to cinch the top shut. Flip the hat inside out and secure the yarn by tying a double knot at the top of the beanie. Now it's time to hide your yarn tails. I sewed a couple more rounds to completely cinch the top of the hat. Now that I'm satisfied, I'm going to go ahead and hide the tails. Let's do the fluffy brim. Switch to your lightest fluffy yarn color. For row 1, make 3 double crochets in each horizontal double crochets from the hat space. These are the sideways double crochets that we made at the base. You should have 116 stitches in total. Slip stitch into the last stitch, chain 1 and finish off. Honestly, this already looks like a super cute hat, so you can stop here if you don't like going through the horror that is fuzzy yarn. But for those who want the cute little heart-shaped prints, here's row 2. For row 2, attach the darkest fluffy yarn you have. Make a chain 3. Double crochet in the same stitch, then skip 5 stitches, then in one single stitch make 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Stitches using fluffy yarn can be hard to see, so what I do is I sort of stick my finger in between the stitches. Where my finger pops out is where my hook will go in. There's probably a better way, but this is just what works for me. Once you're done with the first heart, here's the repeat. Skip 6 stitches. Then in one stitch, make 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Repeat this until the last row. Repeat this until the end. Once you reach the end, put 2 double crochets and chain 1 in the same stitch. Slip stitch into the top of chain 3, then finish off. Some of you may have probably noticed that my counting is a little bit off here. That's because I wanted it to follow a certain color pattern. It wouldn't have worked if I stuck to the original counting. So I'm missing 2 rows of the base, but honestly that's fine since it's really not obvious once the whole hat is finished. For row 3, switch back to your lightest fluffy yarn color. Start where you last finished off. Single crochet inside the chain 1. Make a chain 1 and make 1 extended double crochet into the second and third double crochets in the first row. Chain 2 and single crochet inside the chain 1 of the next heart. Here's the repeat. Chain 2, make 1 extended double crochet into the third and fourth double crochets in the first row. Chain 2, single crochet in the chain 1 of the heart. This row basically frames the hearts and makes the shape more visible, though I'm not super sure if it's coming out well because of the fluffy yarn. When you reach the end, simply slip stitch into the single crochet at the beginning of the row. Now let's do row 4. For row 4, switch to the second darkest shade of fluffy yarn. Double crochet into the top of the single crochet where you last finished off. Then double crochet into the chain 1, double crochet in each of the extended double crochet. Now for the repeat. 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, then double crochet into the single crochet in the previous row. That's the one in between the hearts. Then you make 2 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, then you make a double crochet into each of the extended double crochets below. Repeat this until the very end. This row gives a smoother color transition to the darkest yarn color. I didn't want it to just cut off and then head straight to the dark pink. When you reach the end, slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet and finish off. You should have 125 stitches in total. Now for row 5. Attach the darkest fluffy yarn. Single crochet into the top of the double crochet where you last finished off. Chain 1, then skip 2 stitches. Then make 4 double crochets into the third stitch. Chain 1, then skip 3 stitches. Here's the repeat. Single crochet into the 4th stitch. Chain 1, then skip 2 stitches. Then make 4 double crochets into the 3rd stitch. Chain 1, then skip 3 stitches. Repeat this until the very end. This is the cute scallop edging that goes around the hat. When you reach the end, simply slip stitch into the top of the first single crochet of the row. Finish off and hide your tails. By the end, your hat should look like this. I made the first ever pattern in this blue colorway and I loved it so much I had to redo it in pink as well. I'm giving them away to my sister and her girlfriend so they could match. Anywho, I really hope you enjoy this pattern. Drop a comment below if you have more questions or some crochet patterns you want a tutorial on. See you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.